Dandavat Pranam, dear Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis. Very nice to be here again with you in one more World Vaishnava Association meeting. We will give some minutes to other devotees to be part of the meeting that now are getting more connected. I see we have here our most dear Vice President, Srila Bhakti Prapana Tirtha Maharaj. Are you there?
Yes, I have come here, Prabhu. Haribol.
Haribol.
Yes.
How are you?
Me? Yes, yes, good. Just yesterday night I reached from Vrindavan. Yesterday night I reached Navadip.
Oh, you are back in Navadip.
Yes, now I am Navadip.
Very nice. Good. How is everything there?
I'm happy. Yes, yes, by the grace of Guru Gauranga, it's good. We came safely and everything was nice. By their grace, I'm seeing everything.
Good.
How I read your message and it's nice. I heard your message.
Good, thank
Voice
you.
Message.
Yes.
Okay.
And did you started the construction there in Radhakund?
Yes. Already roof casting was finished. First floor, ground floor.
And the idea is to make 2 more floors?
Yes, one more now. I don't know how it will.
Maharaj, you did the casting in 2 days?
Yeah, day before I left, 24th, I finished the casting and 25th I started Navadip.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes.
Oh, also Bhakti Alok Pramaditi Maharaj is here. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Rasalila.
Devotees.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Good to see you.
Yes, nice to meet you too.
Turn on the mosquito thing.
So how is Mayapur?
Very nice. Very, very good. So what you finally had to get a different Zoom connection?
Yes. Finally, the electricity was able in Peru. Then Panchatattva Prabhu.
Panchatattva gave the link.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Panchatattva sent me the link by mail.
Jai Guru Maharaj Dandavas. Yes, I sent you already. Check your.
Alors, rasa dance of Srimati Radhika and Krishna described in
Réunis, your micro is open.
Oh, sorry. I don't know how it works really, Okay, how to do that?
Tirtha Maharaj,
Yes.
would you like to start with the bhajan to give later initiation to our meeting of today?
Yeah. Yes, if you tell, if desire Maharaj, I can do. Yes, true.
Everyone else, please turn off the microphone.
Okay. So I see. Okay, Prabhu, I can start. What shall I sing? Shall we start, Prabhu?
Yes, please.
Jai Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Sundar Ji ki jai. Guru Gauranga Radha Madan Mohan Radha Giridhari ki jai. Jai Vishnu Shri Bhakti Rakhak Shri Hriday Goswami Maharaj ki jai. समस्त गुरु वर्ग की जय सपार्श्व भक्ति सिद्धांत शास्त्री गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय रूपानु गुरु वर्ग की जय नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय समस्त भक्त वृंद की जय खोल कर ताल की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय तुलसी महारानी की निताय गौ प्रेमानंदे जय सम्मेल ऑल विदंडीपाद वैष्णव वृंद की जय भक्त वृंद की जय ऑल वर्ल्ड वैष्णव वृंद की जय ऑल वैष्णव एसोसिएशन की जय विश्व वैष्णव राजसभा की जय। हे देव भवन्तं वन्दे हे देव भवन्तं वन्दे मनोमानस मथुकर मोर्पयनि च पद पंकज मकरन्धे हे देव भवन्तं वन्दे यद्यपि समाधिषु विधिरपि पश्यति न तव नखाग्रमरीचि यद्यपि समाधिषु विधिरपि पश्यति न तव नखाग्रमरीचि इदमिच्छामि निशम्मतवाच्युत कृपाद्भुत वीचिम् इदमिच्छामि निशम्मतवाच्युत तदपि कृपाद्भुत वीचिम् हे देव भवन्तं वन्दे हे देव भवन्तं वन्दे भक्तिरुदाञ्चति यद्यपि माधव न त्वयि मम तिलमात्री भक्तिरुदाञ्चति यद्यपि माधव न त्वयि मम तिलमात्री परमेश्वरता तदुपि तवाधिक दुर्घट घटन विधात्री परमेश्वरता तदुपि तवाधिक दुर्घट घटन विधात्री हे देव भवन्तं वन्दे हे देव भवन्तं वन्दे अयमविलोल त्वयाद्य सनातन कलिताद्भुतरस भार अयमविलोल त्वयाद्य सनातन कलिताद्भुतरस भारम निवसतु नित्य मिहामृत निंदिनी बिंदान मधुरिम सारम निवसतु नित्य मिहामृत निंदिनी बिंदान मधुरिम सारम हे देव भवन्तं वन्दे हे देव भवन्तं वन्दे मनोमानस मथुकर मार्पय निज पद पंकज मकरन्दे मनोमानस मथुकर अर्पय निज पद पंकज मकरन्दे हे देव भवन्तं वन्दे हे देव भवन्तं वन्दे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaur Premanande.
Thank you very much. Very nice song from Rupa Goswami. Could you tell us a little bit of the meaning of the song so everyone can understand?
Yes, you can also it is Rupa Goswami's path, Krishna Vandana. He's prayer to Krishna, and it is so nice. He's saying, He Deva Bhavantang Bande. He Deva means hey Krishna. Krishna Deva. Deva means no other demigods. He Deva Bhavantang Bande. So Krishna is the Deva here. Supreme Lord Krishna is the Deva here. I'm giving my obeisances or pranam, dandavat pranam to you, O Lord Krishna. And I want manomanusha madhukara arpaya nija pada pankaja makarande. Rupa Goswami is saying, your Pad Padma is like a lotus, Pad Pankaja. So I want that you take my mind is like a bee, that my mind will be there in your lotus feet, the Pad Pankaj. Bees are going to some flower. So Rupa Goswami is saying, my mind bee will go to you, that I am praying to you. Or you take my mind there in your lotus feet. Arpayo. So in this he praying, and then he's saying bhakti yaddapi samadhishu vidhirapi na pashyati. Even vidhi means Brahma. By his samadhi, he cannot see the light, so power of light of your toenail. So yaddapi vidhirapi manokhagra morichim. Then yaddapi samadhishu vidhirapi pashyati na tavana khagra marichim idamichhami nishammatava achyuta kripadbhuta bichim. So he not seeing by his samadhi, then I am where I am. I'm a small person. Then I am desiring, and I'm desiring by knowing that you have some type of an extraordinary merciful power, merciful glance you have. By your mercy, it will be possible that I can be able to see that. And then he's saying, Bhakti rudanchati yaddapi madhava no toi mama kilo matri. About my devotion, if you ask, I have a small portion, assists me of devotion. I have no devotion, so I'm lacking that. But I have not dropped it in devotion, so bhakti jatima not itilama. But again, jaddapi bhakti rudanchati jaddapi madhava no tai mama tila matri paramesharata tadapi tavadhika durghata ghatana vidhatri. Again, same like the first. Your paramasharata, your lordship is like that. It's so powerful that if you want, everything is possible. By a durghata ghatana, what not impossible can be possible by your mercy or your power. So you can do anything. So I have no bhakti, but I'm thinking that it be possible only if you desire it, if you want to give your mercy, then it will be possible. So in this Rupa very humbly praying, and it's our song actually, and again, that you are Ayamabila Toyagda Sanatana, you are Sanatan, and Ayamabila Toyagda Sanatana, and your feet is nectar, and I want Toyagda Sanatana, Kalitadhuta Rasabhara, Niboshato Nitya Mihamrita Nindini. Oh, your feet is more than nectar. Amrita Nindini, Amrita nectar is more than nectar. Amrit ki ninda kare, Amrit nectar become powerless, less than your feet. So I want always my mind, Niboshutu Nittang, Mihamritu Nindini. I want my mind will stay eternally there, Nittang, always there, in your lotus feet, which is more than nectar. So in this way, Rupa Goswami Pad praying, and it is actually our prayer also. And what to say, Krishna, Rupa Goswami telling us that when we are giving obeisances or pranam, and we shall say this only. This is our prayer, that my mind is going here and there. No. My mind will go to your feet. That are my prayer to you. This is Rupa Goswami. So our Guru Varga, sometime in a meeting, requesting me sometimes to sing this song. So remembering my Guru Varga's order, I selected this song to also. Hare Krishna. Jai. But the meaning, I say, I don't know so much English. You can read more somewhere. Just what I understand, I told you. Hare Bol.
Thank you very much. Very
Hare Krishna.
wonderful. So today we are in our monthly World Vaishnava Association meeting, Vishva Vaishnava Rakshava, for the month of November. Last time we had a very wonderful meeting in Kartik Brat, remembering the Kartik Brat Lila, Damodar Lila, and also the situation of the devotees in Bangladesh at that time. So from the General Office of the World Vaishnava Association, I would like to let you know the different secretaries we have keeping contact from different countries like Panchatattva Prabhu in Peru, Rasalila Devi in France, also Janavi Mataji from Russia, but now she's in Vrindavan. Also, some other devotees from Russia are helping us. And so we are also organize a little bit our YouTube channel from World Vaishnava Association, where actually you can find very wonderful videos. Also, you can check the videos of these meetings that are going on there. You can check them if you want to hear some Harikatha from a specific Vaishnava or the general meeting, or if you want to see like historical videos. We have also videos from 1994 when the World Vaishnava Association had the first meeting with Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj and other Vaishnavas at that time in Vrindavan, also with Bhakti Vallabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. And also there are some videos of interviews made to our Guru Varga, Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj, and different very nice material that we can have and hear from our Gaudya Math Vaishnavas. So you are all invited to check those videos, and also you are invited to like the different Facebook pages and web pages of World Vaishnava Association and Vishva Vaishnava Rakshava that we have. Web pages and Facebook pages. You are invited to like them and to share all the nectar that the devotees are constantly sharing there. Also in Spanish, in French, in Russian, and English. Also, our Govinda Prabhu, Adi Govinda Prabhu, registered the World Vaishnava Association in Armenia, and he got the permission for World Vaishnava Association to get some land in Armenia. And with Bhaktivedanta Govinda Maharaj also going on the project of register World Vishva Vaishnava Rakshava in different countries around the world. So things are going on. Also, we heard last time from our Paramananda Prabhu from Prapana Ashram, from Jaishri Guru Mata, how wonderful they are making the monthly magazine of Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta until his 150 appearance day, and different activities. Also, the Bagbajar Gaudya Math is doing some activities on behalf of this celebration. They are also planning to come to Germany because also that was part of the mission of Prabhupada when he sent Srila Bhakti Hridoy Bon Maharaj to come to preach in Germany and England. So many wonderful things are going on in the Vaishnava world, and we are feeling so happy to be able to share all this nectar. And just to clarify, maybe later Bhaktivedanta Govinda Maharaj can also talk to us about the meeting will go on next month. Devotees like Adi Govinda Prabhu actually came from Russia to Vrindavan. He's right now there to be part of the meeting in Jaipur. This is a historical meeting where all the Vaishnavas, the Gaudiyas and other Vaishnavas are getting together in the remembrance of Baladeva Vidyabhushan Prabhu. So we are also very happy to be part of these historical things that are happening. And also our Bhaktivichar Vishnu Maharaj Acharya from Sri Caitanya Gaudya Math will be part of there. And as part of the organization, Harichandan Prabhu, this also connector here in Brindavan. He is also being part of this important movement, no? And so our request for all of you in general is you please try to share this knowledge, these invitations, these beautiful news that our Gaudiya family are doing. The different devotees are working very hard, giving their souls, their energy, their spirit to try to expand the holy name of Krishna in this time of crisis and this time of Kali Yuga, where at least here in the West, it has been almost not possible to live freely because the corona restrictions. But so we must share all the nectar that is going on. So you please invite the devotees from your community, invite your disciples to be part of it, invite the Vaishnavas, friends, everyone to join and to make more happy news of our Gaudiya community. And we see that we are actually surrounded from wonderful people that are expanding the holy name of Lord Caitanya. So this is just like a resume of the things that have been during this month and what we have here. So the topic for today's meeting is the Rasa Purnima that we just had last weekend for the end of the Kartik month, Kartik Brata, and also one topic that sometimes have come to the different Vaishnavas, devotees from different mats, mostly in the West, sometimes because different mats have different songs in the morning or different ordering small things, then maybe some sectarianism can come on, thinking why these differences are coming, or my mat has the truth or something like this. Then we are here with full of Vaishnavas from different mats, different spiritual families, different acharyas, and we have also here our great acharyas, our vice president, Srila Bhakti Prabhupada Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Alok Pramaditi Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Govinda Maharaj, and many others that can give us a beautiful explanation of where this difference is coming from and what is the essence of our spiritual practice in sadhana. So I will ask to our secretary, Srila Bhakti Prabhupada Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, to start the meeting with some words. Of course, they are able to talk whatever they want. We are just here to serve.
Okay, so Madhav, you asking me first, but you say secretary. I'm not secretary.
You are vice president, sorry.
Shall I start? So
Yes, please.
what I say about what you want to say, what I start with what?
The two main topics are Rasa Purnima and what is the difference of the sadhana of our Gaudya Math, to not make like deep differences, not discriminatory, not sectarian. But also this is just suggestions. You can actually give some explanation of whatever you think is important that the devotees know, and also share some new news you think are important that the devotees know. Like last time you introduced the topic of Bangladesh, was very nice, very appointed at that moment.
Yes. Acha, okay. So, what are you
Maharaj,
doing? Yes, Maharaj.
one commentary, Madhava. I have the video of Swami Nandan in my machine, but you have to give me some instructions how I can share this. I was with Swami Nandan Swami Maharaj yesterday, and he sent a video for the meeting of today. So if you tell me how to put it after Tirtha Maharaj's speech, we can put Swami Nandan Maharaj's speech.
Now the only thing I can like think right now, maybe Panchatattva Prabhu have a better idea, but if you have in your mobile and you are using your tablet and right now, then you can put the mobile in front of the tablet. This is the only thing I can figure out, because there in Mayapur, the internet, we don't have Wi-Fi there, and the
No, but
mobile connection is not very good to upload the video.
we have the video in the iPad.
Okay, then maybe there is one option. Then the downstairs, down the screen is set share a screen, so you can press share a screen
Do
and
I
then
have to
open the video.
for that?
Sorry.
Okay, let's try it. Tirtha Maharaj, give
Yes.
your speech.
Okay, shall I start?
Yes, please.
Okay, okay, okay. I shall try to something. Bande ahang Sri Guru, Sri Juta Padakamalang, Sri Guru Vaishnavangscha, Sri Rupang Shagrajatang, Shagana Raghunatha Nitang, Tang Sajivam, Sadvaitang Savasutang, Parijana Sahitam, Krishna Chaitanya Devang, Sri Radha Krishna Padan, Shahagana Lalita, Sri Vishakha Nitangscha, Mancha Kalpatarubhascha, Kripa Sindhuve Vacha, Patitanang Pavanibho, Vaishnavibho Namo Namaha. So, I'm giving my Dandavat Pranati to my Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Srila Devasai Maharaj, to my all Guru Vargas, and here the assembled Vaishnava Acharya, Tindradipad, and all Bhakta Vrinda, Vaishnava Vrinda, my obeisances, Dandavat, as appropriate. So today some discussion. I'm happy that you invite me, and I'm try to say something. What I can read something about these the different of opinion sometimes in us about our sadhan process of sadhan. So it is a very well known. It is in Mahabharata. It is told when the question, the Yudhishthira Maharaj answered the question that Jamraj wanted to know. So in this matter, I have very nice, I shall try to give some about that path. What is our path? What to follow? Because we see in that shloka saying, Veda vivinna sita vivinna nasur manijasya matang na vinnam dharmasya tattam gihitam nihitam guhyam mahajano jana gatusya pantha. That many scriptures are different, Veda is different, the sages, saints are different, they are not same. There are different idea, different opinion. And Dharmasya Tattvam Gihitam Noha, the path or truth, look like it is in the cave of some mountain. And we are ordinary person, how we shall know, how we shall get it? So Yudhishthira replied that Mahajano Jana Gatusya Pantha. We have to find what to know, what to. A few days ago, some question came like this. Sometimes we are some mott shaping in Purnima, some mott in Dadashi, some mott in Ekadashi. So different, same our Gaudiya Math also. But somebody asking me, what do we write? Then I say, answer is that, Mahajana Jana Gatashapan, we are following Mahajana. Whom I am following, what he show me, I shall do that. So in this way, I can read that Mahabharata, very nice. Yudhishthir Maharaj reveals location of hidden treasure. So I can read it. In the Mahabharata, when Yudhishthir Maharaj, during his exile in the jungle, accepted the challenge of answering the 100 questions posed by the lake bird, was actually Lord Jamaraj disguised, in order that his 4 brothers, apparently dead from defying the birds, order and drinking the water of the lake, might be brought back to life, and luckily for us, give much benefit to posterity. 4 of the questions were very crucial. What is the first question is, what is the news? And what the second, what is the most astonishing? And another one is, who is happy? And another one is, what is the truth or what is the path? So our actually discussion, what is the path? What is the, we are seeing so many different ideas, what is the path or what is the truth? Where is the truth? So this is our discussion, but I can, in short, I shall try to read that other 3 questions. What is the news of the world? What is the most astonishing? And who is happy? And then I shall try to read or discuss what is truth? Where is the truth? What is the real path? The news, he answered, is in a nutshell that Maya's sanskar has full sway in this world. In the words of Siddhartha Goswami Maharaj, at every moment, everything here is entering the jaws of death. Yudhishthir elaborated, the world is the cooking pot. The days and nights are the fuel. The jiva soul are all being cooked. And Jamraj is the master chief. So, the most amazing, this is the first news that, again I am saying, that the world is a cooking pot. The days and nights are the fuel. The jiva soul are all being cooked. And Jamraj is the master chief. So, this is the news of the world. Yudhishthira Maharaj replied, and Jamraj was satisfied. And the most amazing thing is, he said, that despite a person seeing all around him that death is occurring, and at very close quarters too, like mother, father, relatives, loved ones, somehow he or she does not think, believe or perceive, the same fate waits me. I will also die. The mystical covering potency of Maya, one sees but he does not see. Pashmapi na pashyati. So this is the most wonderful, that we see every day someone going in the cremation ground, in the burial ground, but we never think that I also one day will go. And we're making so many plans, but I don't know, maybe after an hour, after a moment, I shall not be here. So this is the most amazing, this is the most wonderful thing. As for who is happy in this world, Yudhishthira Maharaj answered, who has no debts and who stays at home. Debts because they are an unpaid fine already incurred, which will come to get their satisfaction later. We may forget, but they do not. And then even when we are sincere to go above this mortal plane, like sandbags appearing in our balloon basket, they will be sure to keep us down. So in short, I'm not going to, giving more to about that, our subject today. Who stays at home has the meaning of who does not go out, does not leave their home, which is the heart, the sitting place of the Atma and Paramatma, who keeps themselves in the subjective spiritual plane, in general, the plane of Atma Jnana. So finally, the question was, where is the truth? So our subject also like that. There is so many different ideas, different path we see, but what's the real path? Ka patha. This was perhaps the most crucial question of all. It was wonderful that Yudhishthira Maharaj gave such a good answer. Yudhishthira Maharaj was a Kshatriya by birth, but he had the Brahmana love of knowledge and was by nature generally of a peaceful disposition. During their forest exile, he repeatedly had to pacify the fiery Bhim, was all for going straight to Hastinapur and directly finishing Duryodhana and his men. After all, he argued this so-called exile was all based on a false premise and the code was cheating. But Yudhishthira had to honor the agreement as made. Such was his attachment to dharma. Still, as a Kshatriya, his nature also had impelled him to accept the repeated challenge to the dice match, despite progressively losing his and his brother's kingdom, wealth, wife, everything, despite knowing that the crooked natured Shakuni was definitely cheating, despite Bhima's anger, Draupadi's harsh and withering words, such we may say are ways of fate. Yet, in the forest, Yudhishthira loved to sit at the cottage of the rishis and hear them expound the eternal wisdom of the Vedas. And so, responding to the question, where is the truth? Yudhishthira was able to answer. First, in the negative, say tarka pratishtaha, sir, the truth cannot be ascertained and cannot be understood by argument. Argument may go on for endless time, and that based also not on random speculation, but on the Vedas, the Shrutis themselves, and the various commentaries and opinions of the sages based thereon. The sages of different qualities, backgrounds, and schools of thought will all look from their own perspectives and will give evidence accordingly. And that must be partial at best. Just as if, for example, three men with their different colored glasses, red, yellow, or blue, are looking at something. The first will say, oh, it is red. The second will counter, no, it is yellow. And the third, no, it is blue. This cannot but be, but the truth is nirguna. It is not subject to any such treatment or process and cannot be captured thereby. No amount of argument can bring it out. It is a secret thing, a hidden treasure. It is independent of the intellectual attempt. How can intellect capture spirit? It is not possible. Dharmasya tattam nihitam guhayam. How then? Yudhishthira Maharaj said that you can find the hidden to the truth only in the heart of the devotee of the Lord. Mahajano jana gathasya pantha. Why? Because the Lord himself is living there. He is living truth. Sri Krishna told Narada Rishi in Srimad Bhagavatam, I am not. Where the yogis are meditating, where the charity givers are giving, I am where my devotee is loving me. He is always praising and singing about me, worshipping me, adoring me, heart and soul. Krishna revealed himself to his pure devotee. Ye yatha mang prabhaddante tang bhaje maham. "O Arjuna, you can know me as I am because you are my devotee and my friend." And he openly declared that he has no independence from the will of his devotee. As in the case of Durvasa Muni and Ambarish Maharaj, aham bhakta paradhina. In fact, he enjoys himself playing within the devotee's heart. Tumar hridaye sada Govinda Visram More Vaishnava Govinda kahena moro Vaishnava para pran Paran from Prarthana of the Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Narottam Thakur. So here, so Yudhishthira concludes that if you want to find the truth, you will have to go to the devotee and follow them. Mahajano jana gatasya pantha. This was his answer. And ultimately the lake bird, Jamraj, showed his true form and said, "Yes, you have answered correctly," and brought the brother to life and blessed them all. So this subject, this sloka explained, I like this. And then Mahajano, we have maybe different, but I know if I follow the Mahajan, I think that will be okay. If we have to, so therefore we have come in a temple. We see it is better than our previous ashram, like Guru Maharaj and Guru Varga used to say that the temple Gaudiya Hospital, it is like a hospital. We are getting so many facilities. What I not get any other places. So in Gaudiya Hospital means there is some teachers, and we have to follow a real teacher. So according to, we have to do our practice sadhana, right? So I understand that. I don't know. Somebody asking, oh, shall I say in Purnima? Or somebody asked me, shall I say in Dadashi or Ekadashi? I say, I don't know. What my Guru Maharaj did, I shall follow this. So according to, so it is not wrong. Maybe some time happening according to their different acharyas have some realization. So they are going. It's not a big things according to their realization. It is going on, but there is a according to the Madhyamadhikari, Uttamadhikari, Uttamadhikari, Madhyam, Kanishta Adhikari, there is three types, same or the thinking are not the same level. So there will be some difference will be there. What a Uttamadhikari can sing or Uttamadhikari can say, a Madhyam or Kanishta Adhikari will not say like that. He will not think, and according to the time, place, and circumstances, we are presenting our thoughts, and so it may be some different. It will be different. We have to adjust in our. It is not a big things, but we must follow Mahajan. That I understood. One thing, and I not want to take a long time, but another subject that you say about Ras Yatra, Ras Purnima, this subject is little, I mean, like a postgraduate subject, I think, right? Because when I came in the mott, we always say, oh, don't read all these high pastimes of Krishna in 10 canto Bhagavatam, even in Chaitanya Charitamrita, so many high pastimes are there. Don't read that until we be qualified. So about Krishna's Raj Yatra also, some question is given, and but Shukdev Maharaj told Parikshit Maharaj, and Parikshit Maharaj also asked, why ask? It is actually, it is not a problem for Parikshit Maharaj to hear such high pastimes, but I think there is many karmi, yogi, some others listeners there. there may be some doubt. Why Krishna doing such pastimes? So therefore he asked Parikshit Maharaj, and Parikshit Maharaj given answer. But about that, we can see to know Krishna Leela, first it is told that we need Shivanmukhi Jibha, that Krishna Leela is not easy to understand by anyone. Ato Sri Krishna Namadi no bhavet gadyam indriyoi. Krishna Leela is not in our sense, cannot understand until it is there are many sayings in scriptures to encourage our realization of the holy name in different ways. But Srila Rupa Goswami has given us a central thought. He quotes from the Padma Puran, Ata Sri Krishna Namadi no bhavet grajyam indriyai. Our senses, physical or mental, are ineligible to come in touch with the transcendental. The name is non-material, aprakrita. Krishna's name and lila, all are aprakrita. Aprakrita means non-material, without mundane limitation, Vaikuntha. It belongs to another plane. So nothing about Krishna, his name, form, lila, qualities or pastimes can be touched by our physical or mental senses. But when we have a serving attitude, he comes down to us of his own accord. Only then can our tongue really pronounce the name of Krishna, Krishna. Otherwise, only the physical sound of the letters of the name can be produced. Our tongue, our hands, physical sound, all these mundane things cannot come in touch with Krishna. Some intervening medium is necessary to connect this body with the supramundane. And that connection is our earnest desire to serve Krishna, to satisfy him. A bulb won't light if there is no electricity. Only when the electrical current is there will the bulb be illumined. So the name may appear on the tongue and the ear, in the mind or in the writing, but you must have a connection from a Vaikuntha to this mundane world. And that connection is devotional service, a functional service, serving attitude. That alone can connect the physical realm with Vaikuntha and Vrindavan. Krishna will appear his own accord. He will descend upon your tongue, and then your tongue will be able to chant the name of Krishna. A gun that has no bullet, but only a blank, may make some sound, but no bullet is actually fired. Similarly, chanting the name of Krishna without an attitude of service produces a sound, but that is the only tongue dip. It is like firing a gun with the blanks instead of bullets. Our chanting of the holy name of Krishna must be surcharged with a serving temperament, the tendency to satisfy Krishna. I'm trying to read this because to know Krishna Lila, we have to know this point of Rupa Goswami. Otherwise, the sound we produce is a bogus. It is only an imitation or a permutation. Holy name cannot be experienced by your senses. It is supramental and transcendental. An ordinary sound of this mundane world cannot be the name of Krishna. Our ear cannot even hear the name if that mediator, the serving attitude, is not there. The earnestness to satisfy Krishna's will must meditate between Krishna and the ear through the mind. Then only will Krishna's name enter our ear and reveal to us his form, qualities, and pastimes. Then only will Krishna's name enter our ear and reveal to us his form, qualities, and pastimes. This is Guru Maharaj Srila Bhakti Goswami saying. I'm just reading. The holy name is not physical. It is aprakrita, transcendental, supramundane. Only through our service attitude will it come down to this mundane world. Our Guru Maharaj laid the highest, about Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur saying Guru Maharaj that laid the highest stress on developing a serving attitude. Although it is all bogus, all imitation. And people will say, oh, there is no Krishna there. This means are all hypocrites. This means are all hypocrites. They are only dancing and making noise. They are not surcharged with the serving spirit. Only through service can we directly come in contact with Krishna. The real point is to practice how to attain the spirit of service, Vaishnava Seva. The Vaishnava is doing service, and we must imbibe from him or her the methods of attaining this service attitude. Under the order of a devotee, we must practice to give ourselves. Self-abnegation and self-dedication are necessary. And that positive thing we will receive from a devotee. If children are given pen and paper in the beginning, it will not be fruitful. So a stone is given, and on the earth they practice writing. So in the beginning, we must try to practice how we can develop serving attitude, dedicating habit. It is our innate wealth, and that is our solace. If we try to develop serving attitude, the pure devotee will help us. It is said that if one is miserly, he or he should at least give some trash to anyone. One says to a miser, at least give some ash to others and practice your hand to give. So the serving spirit is a high thing. We must practice to give ourselves in the service of Krishna. We must not be afraid that we are not attaining the highest form of service in Nam Bhajan, the worship of the holy name. We should not think, why have I been asked to sweep the temple? An ordinary man can do this. We must not be afraid of that. It is necessary for us. It is necessary for us to acquire service attitude, self-giving, selfishness, selflessness, and self-forgetfulness are required. It is said that Socrates is an example of self-forgetfulness and Jesus Christ is an example of self-sacrifice. And for what purpose? For the cause of the Supreme. And for that, we must have a positive connection with a devotee. Under his order, we'll connect with the plane of service. Our energy may go to that transcendental plane only by his grace or mediation. So our Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, laid 90% stress on developing a service attitude for preaching. And that should be our aim, whatever our position may be. Simply the external sound of the name is not the real name. The most important thing is the spiritual realization backing the name. That is the real name. Otherwise, a tape recorder can produce the holy name of Krishna. Even a parrot can pronounce the name, but the physical sound is not the thing itself. In the background, there must be spiritual truth, which is conscious. That super knowledge is beyond the knowledge of this mundane plane. This understanding is confirmed by Srila Rupa Goswami in this verse, Atah Sri Krishna Namadi. He says that Krishna name, form, qualities, and eternal associates, everything, pastimes, everything about him is not mundane, but purely spiritual. It cannot be perceived by your gross senses. Simply by vibrating the sound Krishna, our tongues cannot produce Krishna. Our noses cannot catch the transcendental fragrance of his body. Our eyes cannot have a vision of his beautiful figure, which is supramental. This is true, not only for our physical senses, but for the mind also. Our minds cannot conceive of Krishna. He is transcendental and supramental. His existence transcends all the knowledge in our position. We cannot be the subject and make Krishna our object. He is the subject. He exists beyond both the Atma and Paramatma. We should never forget that. We should always be mindful of the plane in which he exists. As finite souls, we are Tatashta Jiva, the marginal potency of the Lord. The tiny soul can think and know only those things which are more gross than himself. But in trying to know that which is more subtle than himself, he is helpless. A connection with that higher spiritual realm is the only possible when the higher area wants to bring the lower up into that plane. Therefore, to understand him is possible only through surrender. Shivanmukhi Jibhadu Sadhu Sangye Krishnanam. The holy name must be taken with the attitude of service to the saints. Serving means to die, to live, to throw oneself, whole self for the higher existence. Mr. Gandhi risks his whole life to every point of action. His attitude was, whatever I told to others, I am to maintain that throughout the whole of my life. What am I taking the name for? To have some fame as a sadhu? No, that should not be our objective. Karnako Kamini Pratishtha, not for money, not to attract women, and never to attract popularity. Rather, I should be ready to sacrifice myself for whom I am serving, for whom I am taking the name. It is not a limited thing, but a complete surrender. Then the whole thing is guaranteed. My pursuit, my attempt should be backed by my whole energy, whole prospect, and everything. This is the attitude I should have to search for a drop of Vaikuntha nectar, otherwise our effort will be useless. Okay, I don't want to take long time. Die to live in sacrifice or seva, service. Seva means death. Seva means to give one's own self for a particular cause, for Krishna. That is the mad, mundane that is mad, mundane, concocted self should be saved is not a very laudable thing. It is a mortal thing and the depot of many reactions. So one should get rid of this center as soon as possible and enter into the land of confidence, goodness, fameless. Try to enter the land with a sincere and wholesome attitude. Your campaign must be wholesome, not partial. Taking one step forward and 3 steps back, undo. There should be no such hesitation. You are finite and you want to get the advantage of the infinite. You are so small, and do you think that by sacrificing only a part of your smallness, your aspiration for the whole can be fulfilled? Is it reasonable to expect such? No, it is not so easy. Atha Sikrishna Namadi, no bhavet grajyam indriyoi. If only your superficial senses are engaged in Krishna's cultivation, Krishna cultivation, as if it is nothing, then you cannot produce the name, but only mundane sound. Shivanmukhi ji bhadu swayameva surat adaha. Your tongue can produce mundane sound, but that is not Krishna. For the name to be Krishna, Krishna to come down. Don't self-deceptive think that taking the name I am great sadhu. It is not like that. Krishna has come down to you in the form of sound, and he is spiritual, transcendental. So Shivam Mukhi, or your complete surrender to him will attract him, and he graciously descend to save you by his name in your archana, in performing your duties. At every step, he will come when you are giving yourself to him. Then he will accept you. He will come and embrace you. He will be within you and without you, everywhere. But only those whose eyes are clear and are not captured by any prejudice from selfish and or ordinary things can see him. Those who are not captivated by any prejudice, in whom all the prejudice is cleared, can directly see the highest power, highest principle underlying. So in this way, about Ras Jatra, the topics I seen, then I'm searching and thinking that how we can enter this Krishna's high Leela. So, but there is about only if we are Shivanmukha, what do we understand by this Harikatha of Guru Maharaj? If we surrender fully, then we can we shall be things will by our physical or material sense to understand Krishna and Krishna's high pastimes. So therefore it is a question don't. But some question always come, and we also heard that why Krishna, you are all here devotees, I believe, and about our Guru Varga told that Brajamandal, Vrindavan Dham is the highest because it is here that the Lord performs his Ras Leela pastimes. The Ras Leela pastime is the highest, and here the Lord, for the sake of giving pleasure for his devotees, he manifests himself in many forms. No one can do. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, and he can do only, and he has that power. He manifests himself in many forms. He is the Shaktiman, or the energetic principle, and the source of energy. Therefore, the source of energy and the energy are non-different. Krishna, being Atmaram, is actually playing with his own, because Lord Balaram expanded into all the shakhas, and Gopas and Srimati Radharani, Ladhini Shakti expanded into all the different shakhis. Atmarama means being completely satisfied in the self. So Krishna is actually playing with himself, because the energy and the energetic principle, he himself are non-different. Just as eyes are looking, one cannot separate the eyes from the person himself, or what you are looking at cannot be also separated. This is all one, although it goes out of the eye. So similarly, Krishna and his expansions are his expansion, transformation of his energy. Therefore, it is he who is playing with himself, his expansions. Vrindavan is the place of the Rasa Leela, and this Rasa Leela is the paramount Leela of Krishna, where he expands himself and gives pleasure to all the gopis. But in the material world, such acts are very reprehensible, because here everything is a perverted form, a perverted reflection of the spiritual world. Krishna gives instruction through all his pastimes. So in this way, so many things that I don't want to take, trying to finish now, in about Ras Leela, the main sloka, what Shukdev Maharaj answered when Parikshit Maharaj wanted to know. Then he told, Vikritam Braja Bodhuviridam cha Vishnu Sadhanita Anusunayat Atho Varnayat Ya Bhaktim Param Bhagavati Pratilabha Kamam Ridrogam Asya Apahinat Achirana Dhiro. One who hears with firm faith the supramundane amorous appears the Lord, Krishna and the gopis, as described by a pure devotee of the Lord, soon becomes freed from the mundane lust and achieves divine love of Krishna. This is the meaning of the sloka. So here is two, what is very important. We have to know that that is called Shraddhanito. Oh, it is for whom? It is for only Shraddhanito. Therefore, I told about the Shabanmukhi. Who is Shabanmukha? He is Shraddhanita. It is not for all. This Krishna is not for all. This only for Shraddhanitam. It will, and another word is Dhira. Shraddhanitam is faithful, who has love and devotion for Krishna, and who is sober, Dhira, and whose mundane lust has gone. He is Dhira, only for them. We heard even Vrindavan is not for all. Vrindavan stay only those who control their senses. This is, I heard. So that Vrindavan means Krishna is playing there, Krishna is enjoying there. And who can be there? Only who control their senses, they be here. So in this way, this Krishna Leela is for them only, those who are Shabanmukha, those who are Shraddhanita, and those who are Dhira. And they, for them, but now they will freed, if they hear, freed from mundane lust. But again the question coming, who has no mundane enjoyment desire, he like a madhyamadikari maybe, but still maybe some desire may be there, and only for them that if they hear such things, but not for the ordinary or common ordinary sadhaka. They are in the beginner, they cannot, they don't try, then it will be dangerous. Like Shukdev Maharaj told another shloka, and he described that poison only can be digested by Shivji Maharaj. When poison came, Shivji Maharaj was necessary that he can digest, he can easily can took that poison and nothing happened. But if any other demigods, they cannot. They are unable to do that. So by this shloka, he say that only those who are qualified, who has adhikar to go to that lila, only is for them. Like Rai Ramananda, Guru Maharaj said, it's only for Rai Ramananda, it's okay. But everyone is not a Rai Ramananda. So in this way, but if we have any day that Shraddha, and then, or we can sober, then we can understand this. And so I not want to take more. I want to say here, Vancha Kalpatar Bhascha, Kipa Sindhuyavacha, Patitanang Pavanibho, Vaishnavibho Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. My pranam to all of you. Hari Bol, Dandavat.
Thank you very much, our Srila Bhakti Prapana Tirtha Maharaj. Beautiful
Hare
words and
Krishna.
explanation about the importance of our Guru Varga and how actually our Guru Varga, our senior devotees, are the ones who we must follow according their instruction, right? According their understanding. So thank you very much. I will request Bhaktivedanta Govinda Maharaj to give some words and explanation about the meeting. If there is some other question for Tirtha Maharaj, I think it's a good time. If someone has a question for Tirtha Maharaj, can ask now. Otherwise, please Govinda Maharaj can give some words.
সাক্ষাৎ সমস্ত শাস্ত্র ইড়তস্তথা ভাবতায় সদ্দি কিন্তু প্রবজ্য প্রিয়বতস্য বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণাবিন্দ. First, I give my Dandapad Pranam to my Srila Gurudev Srila Bhakti Prabhu Goswami Maharaj, and then all of my Shiksha Gurus, all of associate of Srila Prabhupada, Gaudiya Goshtipati, and also give my Dandapad Pranam to Srila Gaudiya Goshtipati, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. Then I might give my Dandapad Pranam to my Shannas Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Alak Paramaditya Sai Maharaj, and Srila Bhakti Prapanna Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. About the Rasa Leela, which Krishna's Rasa Leela, which Srila Gurudev Bhakti Prapanna Tirtha Maharaj explained, I have no talk about this, but I forget, I heard from some of our Guru Varga or my Shiksha Gurus. I don't remember, maybe from Bhakti Bharati Goswami Maharaj is my Shiksha Guru, and Guru Tattva is same. I called him also as my Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Tirtha Goswami Maharaj also. So he said this: the devotee, when looking in Vrindavan, when looking in Navadvip, when devotee looking the Krishna Leela, the pastime of Krishna, they're feeling it, then they're looking their transcendental eyes, they're looking Krishna Lila in Navadip, and same devotee, when come to Vrindavan, then if he look or if he feel the Gaur Lila continue in Vrindavan, then this devotional life is success. Success is successful devotee on his devotional life. So Guru Maharaj say everything about the Rasa Lila, and I only say one evidence of Rasa. This is Krishna Rasa Lila, this place in Bangshibat. Today morning also I went to Bangshibat doing the parikrama. I parikrama minimum 2-3 days every week, Bangshibat parikrama. And I got there another power, the devotional power. Some power is there. And this is the continue. The pastime is continue because anyone can go to evening time, afternoon time to Gopeshwar Mahadev, then they can look Gopeshwar Mahadev make a nice gopi. Every day is another singer. I never feel when I enter in Gopeshwar temple in evening time, I never feel I look this singer before. But sometimes they repeat. But every day Gopeshwar Mahadev make new gopi, new singer make up. So this is the continue. And when devotee feel, when they are entering Bangshibat, if they feel the Krishna's pastime continue, they have evidence, Gopeshwar Mahadev, then devotee can enter inside of the Vrindavan, which Vrindavan is fully transcendental with the flower. With yesterday when I bring Adi Govinda Prabhu say one talk. Adi Govinda Prabhu first time in India, I receive Adi Govinda Prabhu from airport, then here come to Sri Chaitanya Gaudya Math, then here come. When I said Adi Govinda Prabhu after cross this Koshikala, I said, Prabhu, we are entering Vrindavan, Brajamandal. And Adi Govinda Prabhu say, I feel this. Look, so many flower. So many flower. Oh, say, I know, I feel this. And when just before or after cross the Vrindavan road station, he said, I feel before I am here. I am not feel this is amazing for me. This is I am in India, first time in Broj, enter in Broj. This is not for me first time. I feel I am here before. But actually he is not here. But I say, Prabhu, you are real Brajavashi. Because our Sanatana Goswami's Madan Mohan temple, new Madan Mohan temple, this Goswamiji, Pachu Goswamiji, I don't know the Sanatana Goswami also, his name also, Sanatana Goswami was called Pachu Goswami. Pachu Goswami say, who 7 type of Brajavashi, under 7 type of Brajavashi, I explained another day in Zoom meeting, but I say today only one type of Brajavashi, under 7 type of Brajavashi, one type of Brajavashi is who never come in Vrindavan, but who always thinking about Vrindavan and Braj Vrindavan. If they are stayed long far from the India, long far from the Bharatvarsha, long far from the our Brajamandal, but if they are always thinking about the Vrindavan, about the Braj, they are also Brajavashi. And yesterday Adi Govinda Prabhu will say, I feel before I am in here. And look how beautiful flower, everything. So many flower. So what Guru Maharaj say, I am not say no more like supplementary on this, no more join any supplementary on the Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Prabhupada Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. Harikatha. But so, and today's another subject is our the different type of bhajan style of Gaudya Math. This is not only Gaudya Math. The 2-3 months, maybe 2 months before, with Madhav Krishna Prabhu, with Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, and with Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Alak Prabhupada Iti Sai Maharaj, we are going to meet with Srila Pundarik Goswami Prabhu Maharaj, who is the Sevayat of Radharaman. Maybe every devotee know him. So Gurudeva asked one thing, why the 7 Goswamis not together make one temple and make bhajan? Then Pundarik Goswami Maharaj say, they are not make disturb to each other. Because their bhajan style, everyone, Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Jiva Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami, Srila Raghunath Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and another Madhu Pandit Dev Goswami also there. Their bhajan style is different. If they make the one temple, then they are not going on, they are not running their bhajan style, because their bhajan style is different. Also, devotee want sometime, every devotee not want same type of bhajan style. They are want also several devotees, several devotee want several type of the bhajan style. So Goswamis are making this several temple. But I heard from long time before, I heard from the father of Kanika Goswami, Nirmal Chandra Goswami, a long time ago, maybe 10-12 years before. I asked, why Jiva Goswami is our main acharya? We are Rupanuga, but Jiva Goswami, why? Say, Jiva Goswami this time substitute Sevayat. He stayed with Rupa Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami. He have no deity. Rupa Goswami given his Damodar to him, to his nephew, to his disciple. But Jiva Goswami, this time, Jiva Goswami as a crisis management devotee. If Gopal Bhatta Goswami feels sickness or feels sick or feel sickness, then Gopal Bhatta Goswami send anyone to Rupa Goswami. I am sick, or I am not able to 2 days worship, or 7 days I am not able to worship, or like this, a certain time. Then Rupa Goswami sent Jiva Goswami for make the worship of the Gopal Bhatta Goswami to Sri Radha Ramanji. Same. And when Madan Sanatana Goswami not able to continue the worship, then Jiva Goswami there. So Jiva Goswami, only Jiva Goswami know the every Guru's bhajan, every Goswami's bhajan style, and how they are worship. They are Aradha, they are worship deity, Aradha deity. So we are lucky. We are today is Vishwa Vaishnava Rashtrava's Zoom meeting, and Vishwa Vaishnava Rashtrava 475 years before is soon coming, the Sri Panchami. This day also Prabhupada re-established Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and Jiva Goswami also make on the pageants of Janma Mata on same date, same tithi. Date I don't know, but same tithi. Date maybe, if I search, I found the date. But 475 years ago, Jiva Goswami make this, and we are follow of Jiva Goswami. Srila Narottam Das Thakur, Srila Srinivas Acharya Prabhu, Srila Shamananda Prabhu, they are Jiva Goswami not their Shiksha Guru, but Jiva Goswami, sorry, Diksha Guru, but Jiva Goswami for them is Shiksha Guru, and they follow the Jiva Goswami path. And we are Narottam, our Mukhya, our head of our Samparadaya is Narottam Das Thakur. He controlled, he is the Mukhya, the the like president. Mukhya means the we have say Mukhya in Bengali, Panchayat Pradhan. We are Vaishnava have a Panchayat means the local government. In village government we are called Panchayat, but Panchayat is 5 face together and make a committee and head of the committee. So our Mukhya, our Pradhan, our principal is Narottam Das Thakur. So Gaudiya's bhajan style is different because Jiva Goswami is giving different bhajan style because he know the every our acharya's bhajan style, and so from those times when 6 Goswami, 7 or 8 Goswami's time, like our bhajan style is different because they have no same bhajan style. Now the third point is little point one about the Jaipur meeting. Gaudya Mataji also already here, and Adi Govinda Prabhu is already here, and our program Srila Vishnu Maharaj schedule this, make the schedule of this program. We are going to Jaipur on, I go 2 days before, 1 day before, on 3rd morning I go to Jaipur. Vishnu Maharaj sent me Jaipur for final arrange everything. And the devotees, Harichandran Prabhu also know this. Harichandran Prabhu can explain nicely, but I make little. After take quickly lunch on the 4th, devotees go by a tempo traveler bus, small traveler bus is like AC bus and high speed and good bus, luxury small bus. And devotee go to Jaipur. Evening time, prasadam we are arrange in we are make Harikatha and Kirtan and make some arrange some prasadam in our only one Gaudiya Math in Jaipur. It's is under Devananda Gaudiya Math. Is made by Srila Bhaktivedanta Bhaman Goswami Maharaj. Bhaktivedanta Bhaman Goswami Maharaj also stay there. We are doing this, and next day we are make meeting there or in Hare Krishna temple, which is the under of Akshay Patra Foundation, because yesterday Akshay Patra Foundation, 1 day before, they are talked with Vishnu Maharaj in presence of me, the Anantavira Prabhu, Chanchalapati Prabhu talk morning time, and Ananta with me, and Chanchalapati Prabhu said to me, Anantavira Prabhu, looking everything. Then Anantavira Prabhu say they are given option, but Vishnu Maharaj, later Vishnu Maharaj we are choose what doing. Vishnu Maharaj can confirm to them tomorrow, or anyhow our meeting is for 5th. From the after the breakfast, we are taking the breakfast. Which place we are living? Swaminarayan temple, Swaminarayan Mandir have a good dharamshala, guest house. On there we are living. Vishnu Maharaj choosing this, and from there near is only 12-minute walking the Gopinath temple, 7 to 8 minute walking, 5 minute walking to Radha Binodi Lal, Srila Loknath Goswami's Radha Binodi Lal temple. From there 2 minute walking to 1.5 minute walking to Damodar temple, and 12-minute walk, 15-minute walking to Govinda temple, and by e-rickshaw we can go to Radha Kunja Bihari and Radha Madhav, Parashar Goswami's Kunja Bihari and Srila Jayadev Goswami's Radha Madhav. They are on there. So this from this place, after taking breakfast, we are go to Hare Krishna Mandir, Akshay Patra Foundation or Gaudiya Math for make the meeting until lunch. And evening time, parikrama, doing the parikrama means the darshan of the every temple. And next day morning, Vishnu Maharaj make the schedule under, we are Gaudiya say, under one sun, means under one sunrise to sunset, between sunrise to sunset, if devotee darshan Govinda ji, Gopinath ji and Madan Mohan ji, then they are got so much mercy from our from Radharani, Lord Krishna, and our Guru Vargas also say. So morning we are looking the Govinda ji, Gopinath ji, and then take quickly prasadam like a fruit and other thing, prasadam, and there or quickly taken the half lunch, like half lunch. Then we are go to Madan Mohanji in Karauli, and after darshan Madan Mohanji in Karauli, afternoon, just after when Madan Mohanji temple open, we are darshan and come back to Vrindavan. So I don't get more time. I give in my Dandavat Pranam all of the devotees, all of my Shiksha Gurus and my both Sannyas Gurudev and Matajis and Brahmacharis. So Bancha Kalpataru Varsha Kripa Sindhu Bhavacha Poitara Pavana Vaishnava Purnima. Shri Vishwa Vaishnava Shava Ki Jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe Sham. Hari Bol.
I can try to put Bhaktinandan Swami Maharaj with his screen share.
Yes, please. Thank you very much to our Bhaktivedanta Govinda Maharaj for his Harikatha and for the explanation about the schedule of the coming meeting for the Vishwa Vaishnava Rakshava and the different Gaudiya Vaishnavas and also Vaishnavas in general for the next meeting in Jaipur. We are very happy that different devotees are taking part of this service very enthusiastically, as Adi Govinda Prabhu and Rasalila and some others that are feeling very engaged to the seva, also like Janavi Mataji and others, Jiva Goswami Prabhu. So,
Madhav Krishna Prabhu.
yes,
Srila
Maharaj.
Madhav Krishna Prabhu, I have one request to you. If possible, we will make some Zoom link for our meeting. Then our devotees from the international devotees, because many devotees not able to coming, they are like to coming for visa problem, for COVID problem there, and for the high the flight fare, they are not able to coming. If we are making Zoom this meeting in live in Zoom, is possible on this day?
Yes, Maharaj, it's possible.
On 5th of December. Okay, then you talk with the secretaries of the Vishwa Vaishnava Rashtrabhas, like Jannoy Mataji, Rasalila, Devi Dashi, and another. Then you please you make this. I have the only proposal for this request. Okay, Radhesham.
Also, we will see maybe it's a better option to make it a live in Facebook, because in Zoom it is not needed that from here we also take part of the meeting there, but we can just be as spectators. So we will analyze with Panchatattva Prabhu what is the best option, but for sure the idea is to have some transmission, some experience and darshan from the meeting there. Thank you very much. Maharaj, could you share the...
I'm trying. Something is not working. You can hear anything, see anything?
Gurudeva, down have share screen. SCHRE share screen. You click on there.
No, the video is running on my screen.
But no, you go there and
But in the Zoom, you must first say share a screen in the Zoom app.
I did that, but some
yeah,
other...
Gurudeva, then they are coming. Gurudeva, I explain you. Then they are coming the photo.
Yes.
You open this photo, then coming the gallery.
Yeah, but it is.
If then you put the gallery, and there coming the video and picture. You touch in picture.
I did everything and it doesn't work.
You
So
click,
Mother,
then you click the video.
I go on with something else. I don't seem to work it out right now.
Gurudeva, I saw. Okay.
Hare Krishna, go on.
Hare Krishna, Gurudeva.
Then I will request our Rasalila Mataji from France to give some words.
Madam Krishna,
Yes?
I have some talk with you. If Gurudeva send you this video by WhatsApp to you, then you can share. Gurudeva, is possible?
No.
The problem is
Go
the
ahead.
video is on
Hare
the
Krishna.
iPad and it's very heavy. We must do for the next meeting we can share, but taking out the video from the tablet, the iPad.
iPad and then put in the YouTube. Then we can share the YouTube link.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Radhesham.
Radheshyam. Rasalila Mataji, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Then
Hare Krishna. Narayani?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Rasalilaji, Hare Krishna.
Jai.
Désolé.
D'abord, je lis en français et ensuite, tu peux dire en anglais.
Tu lis tout en français d'abord?
Non, je lis d'abord ce qui est en rouge en
D'accord.
français et puis après, tu traduis en anglais.
D'accord, vas-y.
Hare Krishna, chers dévots du Seigneur.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees of the Lord.
Je rends mon hommage respectueux à mon maître spirituel, Srila Bhaktinandan Swami Maharaj, ainsi qu'à notre président, Srila Bhakti Gopananda Bondev Maharaj, sannyasi, membre et invité Vaishnava réunis pour cette occasion spéciale.
I offer my respectful obeisances to my spiritual master, Srila Bhaktinandan Swami Maharaj, as well as to our president, Srila Bhakti Gopananda Bondev Maharaj, all the sannyasis, Vaishnava members, and guests gathered for this special occasion.
Nous sommes Gaudiya, c'est-à-dire que nous sommes serviteurs de Srimati Radharani. En cela, nous sommes à son service. Nous nous efforçons en tant que dévots à satisfaire nos maîtres spirituels et à satisfaire les autres Vaishnavas par notre service.
We are Gaudiya, that is to say, we are servants of Srimati Radharani. In this, we are at her service. We as devotees strive to satisfy our spiritual masters and to satisfy other Vaishnavas through our service.
Nos maîtres spirituels nous entraînent et nous engagent petit à petit au service des gopis, qui sont expertes à satisfaire l'essence de Krishna.
Our spiritual masters train us and gradually engage us in the services of the gopis who are experts at satisfying Krishna's senses.
Dans le livre Sadhya et Sadhana Bhakti de Premaras Prabhu et de Sandipani Muni Prabhu, il est écrit que le gourou est habile à arranger les rencontres du couple divin dans les bosquets de Vrindavan. C'est lui qui révèle dans le cœur du disciple les lilas de Radha Krishna.
In the book Sadhya and Sadhana Bhakti by Premaras Prabhu and Sandipani Muni Prabhu, it is written that the guru is skilled in arranging the meetings of the divine couple in the groves of Vrindavan. It is he who reveals in the heart of the disciple the lilas of Radha Krishna.
Il est Sakshat Hari, non différent du Seigneur. Il est son serviteur confidentiel, la manifestation à la fois inconcevablement distincte et non distincte du Seigneur.
He is Sakshat Hari, not different from the Lord. He is his confidential servant, the manifestation both inconceivably distinct and not distinct from the Lord.
Je voudrais partager avec vous les paroles de mon maître spirituel, Shri Bhaktinanda Swami Maharaj, que Gurudev a prononcé sur la danse rasa dans un kata en France en 2015 à Dijon.
I would like to share with you the words that my spiritual master, Srila Bhaktinanda Swami Maharaj, spoke about the rasa dance in a kata in France in 2015 in Dijon.
Nous vivons dans ce monde de dualité et la danse rasa est le trésor caché du monde spirituel, du monde de la transcendance. Tout en vivant dans ce monde, si nous ne restons pas dans ses limitations, mais par la force de notre amour dévotionnel, nous pouvons le transcender et entrer dans ce monde de sentiments dévotionnels. Alors nous pouvons comprendre ce qu'est la danse rasa, en comprenant sa beauté et son charme.
We live in this world of duality, and the rasa dance is a hidden treasure of the spiritual world, of the world of transcendence. While living in this world, if we do not stay within its limitations, but by the force of our devotional love, we can transcend it and enter this world of devotional feelings, then we can understand what rasa dance is by understanding its beauty and its charm.
La danse rasa de Srimati Radhika et Krishna décrit le plus grand festival de joie et d'amour entre l'âme et l'âme suprême. L'âme individuelle, le jiva, à travers le service d'amour du couple divin, Radha et Krishna, un jour, aura la fortune d'atteindre les qualités pour entrer dans ce domaine divin de la danse rasa et de participer au divertissement ultime de l'âme suprême. Srimati Radharani, Krishna, qui est la relation la plus intime et joyeuse entre l'âme et l'âme suprême.
The rasa dance of Srimati Radhika and Krishna describes the greatest festival of joy and love between soul and supreme soul. The individual soul, the jiva, through the loving service of the divine couple, Radha and Krishna, one day will be fortunate enough to attain the qualities to enter this divine realm of rasa dance and to participate in the ultimate pastimes of the Supreme Soul, Srimati Radharani, Krishna, which is the most intimate and joyful relationship between the soul and the Supreme Soul.
La danse rasa du Seigneur Krishna révèle, manifeste le niveau suprême de l'expérience de félicité et divine de l'union d'amour entre Srimati Radharani et Krishna, entre les demoiselles divines de Vrindavan et la suprême personnalité de la personnification de tout savoir, de beauté et de félicité. Krishna, à travers des aspects multiples de la vie, à travers la musique, la danse, le contact, est juste un festival de joie infinie, de joie divine.
The rasa dance of Lord Krishna manifests the supreme level of blissful and divine experience of the union of love between Srimati Radharani, Krishna, between the divine damsels of Vrindavan and the supreme personality of the personification of all power, of beauty and bliss, Krishna, through multiple aspects of life, through music, dance, contact, just a festival of endless joy, divine joy.
Dans la danse rasa, Krishna indiqua tous les aspects de savoir divine et de félicité que l'on peut ressentir ici de notre vie. La danse rasa est un concentré de toutes ces extases à travers tous les différents domaines comme le son. Le plus extatique de son est la musique.
In the rasa dance, Krishna, Radhika, all aspects of divine taste and bliss that one can feel here in our life, the rasa dance is a concentrate of all these ecstasies through all the different areas like sound. The more ecstatic of the sound is the music.
La musique est vraiment merveilleuse. Tant de chants dévotionnels, tant de douce musique que nos oreilles matérielles ne peuvent pas accepter, car ce ne sont pas des récipients assez grands. À travers les yeux, la beauté. L'environnement de la danse rasa est tellement merveilleux avec plein de couleurs que nos yeux ne peuvent concevoir ces merveilles. Tant de manières naturelles de danser viennent.
The music is really wonderful. So many devotional songs, so much sweet music that our material ears cannot accept because they are not large enough vessels. To the eyes, the beauty. The environment of the rasa dance is so wonderful with many colors that our eyes cannot receive these wonders. So many natural ways of dancing come.
Parfois, il a des expressions comme « elle meurt d'amour pour lui »,« il meurt d'amour pour elle ». C'est une expression quand on dit « il meurt d'amour ». C'est qu'il n'y a pas d'expression assez forte pour parler de l'intensité de cet amour. Mais ça ne veut pas dire mourir, mais c'est au contraire vivre. Guru Maharaj, ou Srila Bhakti Shakashita Dev Goswami Maharaj, utilise ce moyen d'expression, mourir pour vivre, pour signifier cela.
Sometimes there are expressions like she dies of love for him, he dies of love for her. It is an expression when you say he dies of love. It is because there are no strong enough expressions to speak of the intensity of this love. But that does not mean to die, but on the contrary, it is to live. Srila Bhakti Shakshiradev Putri Maharaj uses this medium, die to live, to mean that.
Bien sûr, ce n'est pas la vraie mort, mais sur le plus haut niveau de l'expérience super excellente de bonheur, cette douleur très douce est là pour enrichir l'expérience illimitée de la plénitude de la douleur. La douleur est comme « je meurs », mais ce n'est pas vraiment la mort, au contraire, c'est ce qui fait vivre.
Of course, it is not real death, but on the highest level of the super excellent experience of happiness, this pain, this very sweet pain is there to enrich the unlimited experience of the fullness of pain. The pain is like I'm dying, but it's not really death. On the contrary, it's what makes you live.
Parfois, quand on est très heureux, beaucoup de bonheur, on pleure au lieu de rire. Les pleurs ne peuvent pas venir si nous ne souffrons pas. À travers ce grand bonheur, il y a une très douce douleur qui fait que l'on pleure de joie.
Sometimes when we are very happy, a lot of happiness, we cry instead of laughing. The tears cannot come if we do not suffer through this great happiness. There is a very sweet pain that makes us weep for joy.
Les rires ne peuvent exprimer ces sentiments. Les rires viennent également en étant joyeux. Pleurer de bonheur est une expérience beaucoup plus profonde que manifester des rires. C'est ce que c'est.
Laughter cannot express these feelings. Laughter also comes with being happy. Crying with happiness is a much deeper experience than showing laughter. It is what it is.
Nous pouvons recevoir, vous pouvez atteindre de manière réaliste cette vie faite de nectar en relation avec Krishna et Srimati Radhika. C'est une vérité qui parle d'elle-même. Nous pourrons y arriver si nous voulons sincèrement, si nous voulons commencer notre voyage vers cet état d'âme qui comblera le but de notre vie. Cela a été réalisé par beaucoup de dévots très exaltés.
You can realistically attain this nectar-made life in relation to Krishna and Srimati Radhika. It is a truth that speaks for itself. We can do it if we sincerely want to, if we want to start our journey towards that state of soul that will fulfill the purpose of our life. It has been achieved by many very exalted devotees.
Toujours dans le Sadhya Sadhana Bhakti, voici une partie du poème de Srila Rupa Goswami. Dans la journée transcendantale Ashta Kaliya Lila, il est mentionné au cours de laquelle les Lila de Vraj se déroulent. Elle est divisée en 8 parties comprenant 30 muhurta de 48 minutes chacun, dont une est mentionnée dans la 8e partie, la Ratri Lila, où la période s'étend jusqu'à 3h36.
Also in Sadhya and Sadhana Bhakti, here is part of Srila Rupa Goswami's poem. In the Transcendental Day, Astakaliya Lila, it is mentioned in the Lila of Vraj, divided into 8 parts, comprising 30 muhurtas of 48 minutes each, one of which is mentioned in the 8th part, the Ratri Lila, where the period extends until 3:36 a.m.
Je me rappelle de Radha Krishna, la nuit, quand ils accomplissent la danse rasa avec leurs amis intimes et Lasya, prennent leur bain de minuit dans la Yamuna. Ils chantent les gloires de Cupidon au son de la flûte de Krishna, des instruments de Gopi. Goûtent au miel et à différents entremets pour ensuite finir par savourer l'Ujvala Marasa.
I remember Radha Krishna at night when they perform the rasa dance with their close friends and Lasya, take their midnight bath in the Yamuna. They sing the glories of Cupid to the sound of Krishna's flute and instruments, gopis, taste honey and different desserts, and then end up savoring the Ujvala Premarasa.
Un peu plus loin dans le livre, il y a une explication rasika du premier verset du Srimad Bhagavatam.
A little further in the book, there is a rasic explanation of the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Méditons sur les lilas de Shri Shri et Radha Govinda, qui manifestent leurs sentiments originels sous la forme de rasa éternel présent à Goloka dans toute leur pureté.
Let us meditate on Shri Shri Radha Govinda's lilas, which manifest their original feeling in the form of eternal ras present in Goloka in all their purity.
Le charme de leurs échanges est embelli lorsqu'ils savourent leur amour dans la séparation et l'union. Krishna l'omniprésent, l'omnipotent et l'omniprésent. L'omniscient, l'omnipotent et l'omniprésent, oublient sa nature suprême sous l'emprise de l'amour incomparable que lui portent ses compagnes et compagnons éternels.
The charm of their exchanges is embellished when they relish their love in separation and union. Krishna, the omniscient, omnipotent, and the omnipresent, forgets his supreme nature under the influence of the incomparable love that his eternal companions and companions of his eternal companions.
About my reports. On m'a inspiré de faire reconnaître la Vaishnava Rajya Sabha au gouvernement français en tant qu'association culturelle ou reconnue d'utilité publique et comme ONG. Merci à Srila Govinda Maharaj et à Adi Govinda Prabhu de m'inspirer pour cela.
I was inspired to have the Vishwa Vaishnava Rajya Sabha recognized by the French government as a cultural or recognized association of public utility and as an NGO. Thanks to Srila Govinda Maharaj and Adi Govinda Prabhu for inspiring me for this.
Cela va faire plus d'un mois que je fais le Bhakti Shastri grâce à ISKCON. J'apprends beaucoup et ça m'aide beaucoup à comprendre les détails de la philosophie Vaishnava. S'il vous plaît, j'aimerais vos bénédictions pour pouvoir continuer dans cette voie.
I have been doing Bhakti Shastri for over a month, thanks to ISKCON. I am learning a lot and it helps me a lot to understand the details of the Vaishnava philosophy. Please, I would like your blessings so that I can continue on this path.
Pour mon autre service de retranscription du livre de Bon Maharaj, je continue à m'en occuper et c'est très intéressant. Je réfléchis à beaucoup de projets en ce moment et mon désir est de pouvoir les concrétiser dans l'avenir.
For my other service of transcribing Bon Maharaj's book, I continue to take care of it and it is very interesting. I am thinking about a lot of projects at the moment and my desire is to be able to realize them in the future.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Merci Narayani. Merci.
Hare Krishna. Jai Jai.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much, Rasalila Mataji and Narayani Mataji for the translation.
Thank you.
Very nice to see how the Vishwa Vaishnava Rakshava is expanding in the different languages so everyone can have the contact and inspiration of the good news that we are hearing also with the register of Vishwa Vaishnava Rakshava in France. Very nice. And then in this way, there is being more expansion of the supreme love. I will request to Bhakti Alok Pramadviti Maharaj if would like to give some words.
Namo Vishnu Badai Krishna Vistai Bhutale Sate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitya Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachanine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paskatya Deshatanine Bhaktyavina Paratta Lakshay Kshiptascha Kamadi Tarangamadye Kripamai Twang Sharanam Prapanam Vindenu Maste Charanala Vindam. As I was traveling around to the different Gaudya Maths as a young devotee, I was surprised that every Math has a different schedule. Some have a Tulsi Artik, some do not, some do Guru Puja, some do not. Some spend all the morning doing one kirtan after the other. Another one is making Harinama Sankirtan around the neighborhood, and so on and on and on and on. Everywhere I found something different. And being a little bit Western-minded, we are always kind of looking for the same copy of everything everywhere, especially German. You know, they're very, like we say, very square mind. No, we to accommodate the flexibility of the Vaishnava freedom. It takes some experience. Now, if we go a little deeper, we find out the devotion in Bengal, the devotion in Orissa, the devotion in Karnataka, the devotion in Punjab. Again, we find influence, different languages, and so. And at one point, I went to my sannyas guru, Srila Bhakti Rakak Srila Deva Goswami Maharaj, and I asked him, now I'm seeing that your boys, they are singing like 1.5 hour bhajan in the morning. For us in the West, we don't know the meaning of the words, so it's very, very hard to. We just chant Hare Krishna on the few 2-3 songs which we learned. So he said, if you have qualified devotees, you can translate those songs and you can sing in your own language. And we have done that even in Germany, in Hungary. We have done that in Spain, in Italy, in many places. The bhajans, they were started to sing them in our own languages, and the deep meaning and the deep experience of that was a very beautiful experience for us. It was a kind of a new experience. So, of course, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, my beloved Harinam Diksha Guru, he could understand if his movement is going to spread everywhere, there's going to be members of all kinds of countries and languages. The best thing they chant Hare Krishna, so at least they can do something together. Otherwise, you have all little groups everywhere chanting differently. I think there's one shloka by Srila Rupa Goswami, Yena Tena Prakarena Mana Krishna Niveshayat, which says, for and foremost, important of all rules and regulations is that we must think of Krishna. We must pray for the mercy of Krishna. The rules and regulations and the sadhana styles, they can be gradually introduced by the spiritual leaders in each region. So for me, this has been a kind of an issue because like when we do the Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha meetings in different temples, so we see everywhere everything is a little different, and some people are surprised about that. As a matter of fact, some devotees are scared to go anywhere where there's anything different from the way they learned in their mat. Out of their own insecurity, they cannot embrace wholeheartedly the unity and diversity of Caitanya Mahaprabhu. And that, of course, that is, of course, it hampers. So in the platform of Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha, we feel that gorgeous joy that we are coming together from different missions, and as far as the today, that is one thing, but tomorrow it will be even much more increased, because as there's more and more spiritual masters and more spiritual branches of our mission development, so we sometimes we have to accommodate the possibility of so many things. And for that, it is, for me, it's very important to have these meetings also, because we can ask the senior devotees, we can we get the traditional input of some orthodoxy of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. I mean, like, for example, we have been preaching a lot through yoga in South America. Now, preaching through yoga is kind of questionable, because our acharyas have sometimes made commentaries, what's the use of this yoga practice, and what is this, and what you're trying to do, like that. But then we have also found out that many people come to Krishna consciousness through the Hatha Yoga. They're very attracted to that. And if they don't see devotees doing it, then they just go to other yoga school of impersonalists and kind of lose the opportunity. I can give you another example. We call it in South America pre-initiation. I had a very nice conversation with Srila Bhaktivichar Vishnu Maharaj and Srila Avaduta Maharaj, disciple of Bhakti Sundar Govinda Maharaj. We had a very nice discussion about how the modern world requires adapting our practice in the present world to a certain necessity or requirement. So in this way, like the yoga people are becoming very attracted to Bhakti Yoga through being introduced by the inbound yoga system, and also many other type of, you may call them, innovative preaching ideas, innovative things which happen, which also, like, for example, many of our Grihastha devotees, instead of going out and doing some business outside, they learned to make a little yoga school outside, and on one side, they were making their own living this way. On the other side, they can introduce Krishna consciousness in a very nice way. So I personally feel the Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha is also a bank of services, of ideas. Just like they have a saying, if you're in a trade, you have to go to a trade show. Why? Because in a trade show, you will find out what others are doing who are in the same trade. And when you see how they're doing, you get new ideas of what you can or should do. Otherwise, maybe the competition will take all the clients away. So I'm saying it's a bit of a mundane example, but at the same time, it is a concern if you're out there and trying to preach Krishna consciousness. I mean, we were also doing another thing. We were having bakeries to maintain the temples. That was amazing, you know. Even big demons started eating Krishna Prasadam bread. I remember the dictator of Chile, then Pinochet, he would ask the devotees to bring fresh Krishna bread to his home every day. So such funny things, I mean, like certain anecdotes you can hear. But the whole thing is that, yes, sadhana, preaching, practice, there's a great variety going on, and being open-minded, having a big heart for all these devotees who do different things in the world. Like if you're preaching now in the COVID times, it has become much complicated. Many people, they cannot have normal meetings, so the Zoom was introduced. Like if we would not have the Zoom talks now, we wouldn't have Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha meetings. And Zoom talks were only introduced in our Vaishnava tradition, maybe 2 years or 2.5 years, 3 years ago. Before that, nobody knew what was a Zoom talk. And so in this way, I'm very happy and asking for the mercy of those senior devotees that they may guide us, that we how to do this, adapting the modernity and the different systems to the essence of Krishna consciousness, sharing different ideas with each other, and in this way try to push on the movement of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada and all the acharyas who are behind all of you who are present here. And I have a personal request to all of you. I think that the majority of the devotees, they simply do not know that these Zoom talks exist. What Madhava Krishna is doing here is absolutely beautiful. With the help, he's really pushing it, but we have to help him. Each one of us should bring for the next Zoom talk 5 more devotees by telling them about the link, making sure they're invited, because it's all personal. People go somewhere to meet the sadhus. Who has met Srila Bhakti Prapantirtha Maharaj personally? Well, whoever met him, he knows he is the real thing, a real association. And there's others, there's amazing personalities who come on and who can also be brought onto this platform. I tell you, when we on this platform have 300 devotees from all over the world participating, then every acharya wants to be with us. They want to share something. They will see this broad-mindedness of the Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha platform. They will appreciate it, because usually you only talk to a certain limited group of people who are just like your disciples, or maybe they're a Hindu crowd, whatever. But in this platform, you actually get to talk and share and learn from devotees of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, of Srila Bhakti Vichar Vishnu Maharaj, the preacher of Orissa, and who also preaches around the world. And whoever acharya is not yet here with us, it's because we have not attracted them. They are with us. In heart, I tell you, every Gaudiya acharya is with us, because it's a little bit novel, a little bit new, but they are all with us, because I've spoken with them personally, with each and every one. But when I tell them Zoom call, they go, oh God, what is that? So they have not been introduced to this level, even though today, with a telephone, you can be on the Zoom call. You do not have to have an iPad, computer, or anything. That is the amazing thing of today, with all the possibilities which nowadays a telephone almost everybody has. So it's a question. I request humbly all of you, bring 5 more people to the next Zoom call, and then we tell the 5 to bring 5 more. And when we have 300 who come to this Zoom talks, looks how many we have today, 45, it's okay. But even on my Sunday chat, I sometimes have 100 people. So, I mean, that is just one mission Sunday chat, you know? And so we should have at least 300 people here. We are serving the community of all the acharyas, all the branches of Gaudiya. And yeah, as I told you, it's just we have to convince them with our love, inviting them, and this will be a great success. Before I was involved in inviting people for 2 times a year World Vaishnava Association meetings in India, usually in Kartik or in Purnima, when the people are too busy, they had no time to come. Still there came some disciples of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati came, Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj came. Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj came and Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Maharaj came. I tell you, it was very hard to get them all together to talk, but it worked because they all believe in Srila Jiva Goswami's concept of Vishwa Vaishnava Rajsabha. They all believe in it. They all support it intellectually, spiritually. But when it comes to the practical thing, the practical side, well, you have to be introduced. If you are not yet introduced, or like, of course, what we can also do, if you have another acharya who wants to say something, record his 5-10 minute speech, bring it to the next meeting and put it up, shared with us. I had Bhaktinandan Swami Maharaj, I have 2 beautiful talks he gave, absolutely spectacular talks, but technically I was not able to put it on with the limited of what I don't know what my technical incapacity, but like that. And because sometimes the acharyas, they don't have time to sit 3 hours and simply sit and listen. So if we can just provide a 5-10 minutes talk of them, some insight. I mean, Srila Tirthamanj gave a long talk today, very beautiful. So in this way, I also thank you all for being here and sharing your association with us. And we try to have simultaneously a website where a Facebook where we can have translations into other languages, because the translation right after that takes a lot of time away from other speakers. So if somebody wants to have a French translation, a Russian translation, I think Russian translation, Spanish translation, that we can have on Facebooks, which are in the backside. And also, all of you are invited to join Vina International, where Janavi and Govinda Maharaj, they're giving lots of collection of nectar. And if you want some of the nectar of your Guru Deva there, just send it to them or ask them to put it on, or how to put it on. There's lots of nectar, I know. And this is a very interesting page. I spoke to Swaminanda Maharaj about it, and he said, wow, so much quality of preaching is in Vina International, such a high quality Vaishnava Katha. And even on specific issues, on specific location, on specific dates. Congratulations, Janavi, for doing that service for all the Gaudiya Samparadaya and for all those who make it in Spanish, Russian, or in any other language. Thank you so much. And with all my Dandavat Pranams, Vanchakalpatulvas Chakri Pasinubheva Chapadinam Pavani Bio Vaishnavi Bio Namo Namaha.
Thank you very much to Srila Bhaktilok Pramadoiti Maharaj for this inspirational and courage explanation and a historical acceptance of the World Vaishnava Association, and also about his experience as a Western devotee that comes to India by Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada grace, and then looking at the different Gaudiyas, going in this World Vaishnava Association objective ideal of unify, also meet different kind of sadhanas, different songs, different aspects, but that at the end, with this idea of union in diversity, this amazing understanding of love, of the mission of Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can take the shelter of our Guru Varga, our Acharyas, in a general way and in a specific way, but always going on the main point of our spiritual progress. So continuing with this topic of going on and what the World Vaishnava Association is doing, I will ask to Janavi Mataji, that is our Russian secretary, that is also right now in India, in Vrindavan, and she is managing the WhatsApp group of Vina International. And so I would like her ask her to please share some words and some report of what she has seen in this time in India.
Dandavat Pranam, all was devoted. I offer my obeisances for the Dandi Sannyasi and my Shila Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, my Shiksha Guru, Bhakti Prabhan Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. I have some small talk today. I start from to inspire you all who present here. Please invite your friends and share the link what I sent now for our WhatsApp group, and also I will send our Win International Telegram channel. Please also join there and invite your friends, please, and help to distribute all these highest ideas, our acharyas, because we are all our family. So it's good if all Gaudiya Vaishnavas will have friendly relationship and cooperate with each other and spread the mission of Caitanya Mahaprabhu, his message for everyone. It's more easier to going together, not separate. Of course, we have different type of sadhana, different point of view in some siddhanta, but still we have our own similar and we have a same our Guru Varga. So it's mean we are family, so we have to be friendly. We can remind the story from Srimad Bhagavatam when prachetas came for make austerities under the water, and they satisfied of Lord Shiva, and he gives them blessing because first of all Lord Shiva tell, I'm very pleased your relationship. You're so friendly with each other. So this is some kind of example, some kind of teaching for everyone, and for us, for our Gaudiya Samparadaya. We can achieve highest goal only when we are going together with help each other, and if we have some problem, and share our realization, and so we can growing our spiritual life more successful. We become more successful if we are friendly with each other, if we stop fighting, because we have some different in our sadhana. It's not so important. If we go more up in the level, what Srila Jiva Goswami give us, Vish Vaishnava Raja Sabha is transcendental. It's actually a prakrita, and sometimes she appears, sometimes she disappears, because we are not ready to accept such a kind of highest ideas. But we must do it. It's time to do this, because now we have very hard, very difficult situation in the world, and so the Gaudiya Vaishnavas are high level of human being. This so it's mean if we are so I not mean me, our senior devoted, if they are our acharyas, if they are Vaishnavas, they have to show the behavior with no different between such a small thing like technical thing, like sadhana, so in a spiritual platform, transcendental platform, we can be together, we can work together, and we are, of course, we are achieve success in preaching in Lord Chaitanya mission. So my English not so good. But my Shila, my Shiksha Guru Shila Bhakti Prapan Tirtha Maharaj tell this. Sometimes we cannot speak nicely, but the path is more important. I hope you understand what I want to tell for everyone. I request all of you, don't pay attention for small difference between mission, between Gaudya Math, ISKCON, another line of another Sampradayas also, because we are Krishna devoted, we are Vishnu devoted, so it's quite rare to meet devotional in this material world, and we have to be more careful with each other. We have to feel, like it's our family, and sometimes someone have a problem, and we have to help and be more careful with this person. So it's like this. And yes, just about my report, what I can tell, now I'm present in India, in Vrindavan. And last month, it's starting month, we make parikrama, Vraj Mandala parikrama. Not all, but some place of when Krishna is Gopas make lila, present lila. We went and hear Harikatha. Some video Srila Bhaktivedanta Govinda Maharaj share with us in Vienna International. If you interesting, you can get it there. So it's my realization, what I got by mercy of my Shiksha Guru Srila Bhakti Prapan Tirtha Maharaj in the Kartik month. It's so to achieve mercy of Krishna, we have to surrender, and we have to also serve for the Vaishnavas, for devoted, and through this seva, sincere seva, we can get mercy of Krishna, and of course the Vaishnavas. And this is real treasure, what we can get in our spiritual life. So now I stop here. Thank you very much for everyone to hear my speech. I'm not qualified to tell something, but by request of Madhava Krishna Prabhu, I tell something. Dandavat pranam, vanchakal patra vascha, kripasina tavichya bhakti, Hare Krishna, Dandavat.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very much, Janavi Mataji, for your nice seva of always. So we have heard from devotees from India, Russia, France. Now we're gonna cross the ocean, and I will ask to Chandravali Mataji that she's now in Colombia to give us a report of the service that is also going on there.
Madhava Krishna Prabhu, can
Yes,
I add some words, because Ishapri Prabhu today cannot speak for some technical problem, and he asked me to introduce one devoted who first time come to our Vishnu Vaishnava Raja Sabha Zoom meeting. This Prabhu, his name is Apramiyatma Prabhu. Apramiyatma Prabhu. He is the regional secretary for Ural, and it's Russia, and he is represent here ISKCON, and I don't know about can he ready to speak something or not, and just anyway, Ishapri Prabhu asked me to tell this, and so I like to present this devoted, and I'm very happy for ISKCON devoted joining us. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Jai, thank you very much. Yes, welcome, Apramayatma Prabhu. It's a pleasure that you are here sharing with us.
Hare Krishna, dear Maharajas and Vaishnavas, Vaishnavi. I'm very glad to see you and glad to hear you. This association very nice for me. I don't speak English very nicely, but some word for you I can speak. We'll meet in future, and maybe I study English and also speak for you. Thank you very much. Харе Кришна.
Апрамиятма Прабhu, если вам нужен переводчик, я могу перевести. Может, скажите что-то? Давайте я вам переведу.
Да.
Давайте.
Да. Я был рад услышать о том, что проводятся такие встречи в Вишва Вайшнава Раджа Сабхи.
I'm very glad to know that such kind of meetings held in Con.
Мы общаемся плотно с Ишаприей Прабhu.
We are talking and discussing so many things with Ishapriya Prabhu.
И мы нашли общий язык на основе культуры уважения вайшнавов.
Also, we are communicated on the platform of respect and like good relationship between Gaudiya Vaishnavas.
Мы смогли установить нормальные рабочие отношения между ИСКОНом в моем регионе и Ишаприей. Также он в этом же регионе находится.
Also, we have a very good relationship between ISKCON and Gaudiya with Gaudiya branch in our region.
Поэтому, когда я услышал, что проводятся такие встречи в Вишва Вайшнава Раджа Сабхи от Ишаприи, я был очень рад и давно хотел участвовать вот в таком диалоге, потому что это для нас очень важный пример для всех вайшнавов, неважно из Гаудя Матха или из ИСКОНа, что мы можем находить общий язык, сотрудничать с уважением, относиться друг к другу.
So this Vaishnava Raj Sabha meeting, it's very important, and I'm very happy that we can to have this meeting and we can discuss any subjects, any matters, what's going on, because it's very important to be like one family and share, and also to communicate and to discuss preaching and other matters.
Бхактивиданта Свами Прабхупада произнес известную фразу в ИСКОН: «Ваша любовь ко мне будет проявлена в том, как вы будете сотрудничать между собой».
Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, he said one time, he said that your love to me will externally will be shown as your relation among you.
Я позволю предположить, что и Бхактисиданта Сарасвати Такур, наши ачарьи Рупа Госвами и Господь Чайтанья, они бы могли тоже сказать такую фразу, что ваша любовь к нам будет проявлена в том, насколько вы сможете сотрудничать друг с другом.
I am sure that the same Guru Varga and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he could say the same, that the love of devotees or followers will be shown in their relationship between them.
Я надеюсь, что я смогу быть полезным для вас всех, уважаемые вайшнавы, и смогу проявить свою часть любви, сотрудничая с вами. Харе Кришна.
I hope that I could be useful for all of you, and I will show my love through this cooperation with you. My obeisances and respect.
Thank you very much, Apramayatma Prabhu. Very nice, sweet words. We are very glad to hear you. Thank you, Mataji, for the translation. Yes, Pramaditi Maharaj, you want to say something? Please open your microphone.
I just wanted to say that Ishwapira Priya and introducing Aprameyatma is a very wonderful thing today. And as a matter of fact, whenever some new person comes here, especially if he represents another mission, that we should always present them so that they also feel welcomed and not like, oh, they're just there. No, if we know about somebody, if you see anybody else, because like I was wondering about Aprameyatma because he has this beautiful picture of Lord Caitanya dancing behind him. So I was wondering who painted such a wonderful painting there. And it's just the heart-to-heart relationship between devotees. That's really the essence of it. So it should be, even though we may grow in numbers, but it should remain personal, that we know all these wonderful Vaishnavas are here. And also I appreciate very much the words of Janavi Devi when she said, we should learn to deal with each other really like gentlemen. Because the success of any preaching is always the kindness of the devotees which they have with other people. There's one more thing in that sense I would say. You know, when I was a brahmachari, I was going out selling Prabhupada's books. We were thinking if everybody has a set of all of Prabhupada's books in their home, then the whole world will be Krishna conscious. Now, only 30, 40 years later, everybody in the world has all the books of Srila Prabhupada in their phone, online. There's all of Prabhupada books in all languages available. Now, what is our preaching today if the books are already there? Now we have to be so nice and so kind and so friendly that the people will want to read Prabhupada's books. They said, you are so wonderful because you met Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Well, if you're so wonderful, let me read those books. Maybe I can also become that wonderful. That's the only commentary I wanted to make. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Then continuing with this beautiful meeting of unity and diversity of the different Vaishnavas, thanking to Janavi and to Apramadhyatma Prabhu, to Paramadvaiti Maharaj, I will ask Chandravali Mataji to give us some words from Colombia.
Jai Dandavas Pranams. I offer my humble obeisances to my spiritual master, Srila Gurudeva Paramabhaiti Swami, and to Srila Gopananda Bon Maharaj and all the Vaishnavas here. First, I want to say thank you for these meetings, to can see each other, listen the nectar of the Vaishnavas, and to keep receiving inspiration about all your sevas, about all the love that we shall have between Vaishnavas to become one day a real Vaishnava, and say thank you for all the efforts to continue the mission of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu and for all the beautiful acharyas we have alive already, and who are inspiring us a lot between this Bina and World Vaishnava Association. It's beautiful to be part of a family in unity, in the diversity, and definitely we are in a different moment right now in this world with all this happening, about all these politics things happening, and I'm asking a lot the guides of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu to can continue the preaching and the Sankirtan Yagna, because if we stop giving this mercy of the books of our beautiful acharyas, this mercy is not arriving anymore to the hearts as this arrives to us in some moment. So I hope to get the strength, seeing you and listening you, of how to keep preaching and keep this beautiful path of our acharyas. I'm very, very glad and happy of sharing with you. Now in Colombia, and there is a lot of, I'm living in Colombia from less than 1 year, and I'm so happy to be here because I can see here in South America, Colombia as a very, very strong place of seats of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who has been taking care for our acharyas. And we are trying to, I am right now in San Agustin, Huila. There is, here is an archaeological park that some archaeologists had come here, and they say that all the sculptures here are Vedic. So we can find here Vedic sculptures from long years ago, 1,000 years ago, who are not engaged to any culture of here, of Colombia or South America. And then we can find sculptures like Garuda, Ganesh, Shiva, Yaya, Vijaya, Kali, and different devas of the Vedic culture. So I'm so amazed that our beautiful Vedic culture is around the whole world, and we can find these prints of this amazing culture in everywhere. So we are right now here in a little Vishnupriya ashram, starting from September, since September. And yes, waiting, some Matajis has come here and other volunteers, because we are also trying to expand a new eco-yoga village called Asraya Dam. And yes, we are trying to receive the bless of all you, all the Vaishnavas, to can fulfill a beautiful Sanatana Dharma Vaishnava farm. And yes, all you welcome, and I'm very, very glad to hear you and keep inspiring my heart with your beautiful sevas. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Mataji, for this a beautiful report. Where I didn't know that therein we could find some of the Vedic culture. The opposite side of India is incredible. Actually, there are many things that we don't know, but the thing we know is that we're in the right path. We are saved under the shelter of the Vaishnavas, and continue following Mahaprabhu's desire of having the holy name in every village. So thank you very much. I will request, I see now our dear Adi Govinda Prabhu, first time in India, is coming to the chat right now, and so we would like to hear from him, our secretary for Armenia, Prabhuji. Open your microphone, Prabhu.
Okay.
Now we can hear you.
Hare Krishna. Radhe Radhe. Thank you very much from all of you, because by your mercy I am now in Vrindavan. Because by your mercy I come in Vrindavan in order to have members of the conference, which will be in 3-4 days after in Jaipur. And by causeless mercy, essentially by causeless mercy of Srila Maharaja, Srila Bhakti Aloka Paramadvaiti Maharaja, essentially I came here. He inspired me, because in due course of last 30 years, I planned to go Vrindavan, but in vain. I'm now sure that because I had not near me that type of high person as Srila Maharaj, by this cause I cannot have this strong condition in order to decide to go and realize this, my decision. Now I'm in Vrindavan. I'm very glad. I want to say about one thing which pointed today Srila Govinda Maharaj about that which he stressed that in Armenia, after when we registered organization Vishwa Vaishnava Raja Sabka in Armenia, I given as promise to our government as head president of Vishwa Vaishnava Raja Sabka Armenia organization, given government for permission for facilities in future have some land, some territory in our country as Vishwa Vaishnava Raja Sabka registered organization, and 3 weeks ago they given me permission that we as a registered organization have right to have without payment freely some territory in our country. I wanted to say to you one history from Vedic culture, Vedic historiography about Armenia, by which you can understand what means, by what cause I decided to have a territory in Armenia. As you know, grand son of Lord Krishna, about 5,000 years ago, when he sees that 75% of population in Bharatavarsha degraded, that 75% villages, he decided to throw out all the 75% of population, throw out from the border of Bharatavarsha and close the border. He decided and did this. He taken this 75%. This is from Vedic historiography. I listened about this from our Guru Varga and not from one Maharaj's. He decided and throw out 75% of degraded population from the border of Bharatavarsha and close it the border. Bharatavarsha now exists. They now living 10,000 years. They exist. We also existed, but we cannot see them. But they see us, and so on. So after grandson of Lord Krishna throw out this population, he given them also one Brahman by name Adama, in order to this population not be deeply degrade, because they degraded, and in order to not deeply degraded, he sent with them one Brahmana by name Adama. This Adama and this degraded population in once came in territory of between Iranian plateau and Armenian mountain land. This is border between Europe and Asia. Now also this is border between Christian civilization and Muslim civilization. So when they came this territory, after that, in this was been 5,123 years ago. After that, as we now began our new civilization, and predict in Vedic historiography, predict that when Kali Yuga, this Kali Yuga, in which we now living, that in first 500 years after beginning of this Kali Yuga, in this territory, on which established this civilization, degraded civilization, this degraded civilization began here and will have his end in this territory. And after the crash of this civilization, in once will be established again Vedic culture. I'm new about this so many years, about 20-25 years. And I had the idea about this, but it was been only idea. By the mercy of all of you, by the essentially mercy, causeless mercy, my Srila Gurudeva, my Shiksha Gurudeva, Srila Bhakti Aloka Paramadvaiti Maharaja, I realize my decision in halfway. I'm in halfway my realization. Thank you very much. Radhe. Thank you.
Radhe.
Madhav
Thank you
Krishna.
very much. Adi Govinda Prabhu.
Madhav Krishna.
Yes, Maharaj.
Listen, I just today morning, long time I discussion with Adi Govinda Prabhu. Adi Govinda Prabhu here now because Adi Govinda Prabhu don't know to good English, speaking good English. So, but Adi Govinda Prabhu morning slowly I discussion with him. Adi Govinda Prabhu want a territory like a country for the Vaishnava, and almost the Armenian government is agree for give a territory for Vaishnava. And Adi Govinda Prabhu say, if government give, this is the first country make for Vaishnava, Republican state of the Vaishnava. And he thinking under this year, next year means under 2022, Vaishnava got a country in this world.
Go to Haribol.
Adi Govinda Prabhu is okay?
Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you. But maybe not the next year, because maybe some year we must have for this realization 2, 3, 4. But I want to that in next year will be realized my plans, our plans of Lord Krishna.
Between the Muslim territory and Christian territory, there are the empty land. and Srila Adigovinda Prabhu want from government this land give to Vaishnava, because Vaishnava is now almost a religion in Armenia, like a Christian religion. They also got the means religionship in Armenia, and Adigovinda Prabhu in the morning said, now if Lord Krishna have mercy and Srila Adigovinda Prabhu, Shiksha Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Alak Paramaditi Maharaj have mercy, then Vaishnava also got a country in this world, which is the Republican country of Vaishnava.
Haribol, Haribol.
Yes.
Jai. Yes. Very nice. We will have the Vaishnava, World Vaishnava Association country. Haribol. I will ask to Chaitanya Lila Acharya Prabhu from Costa Rica to give us some report. I can translate from the Spanish.
Jai. Muchas gracias, Prabhupada Krishna. Ofrezco mis dandavas pranams a mi Guru Maharaj y a Sirabol Maharaj, Siratirtha Maharaj, Siravirnu Maharaj, a todos los Vaishnavas presentes y a toda la Guru Varga, Guru Parampara. Dandavas pranams.
I offer my Dandavat pranams to my Guru Maharaj, to Srila Gopananda Van Maharaj, Srila Tirtha Maharaj, Srila Vishnu Maharaj, all the Vaishnavas, Acharyas, and devotees present.
Pues es un gran honor estar aquí en este encuentro hermoso de los Vaishnavas, la familia Vaishnava dentro de la Asociación Mundial Vaishnava.
It's very beautiful to be here in this beautiful meeting of the family of the World Vaishnava Association.
Hoy quiero resaltar la misericordia de nuestro muy amado Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
Today I want to make some glorification to the mission of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
Gracias a él y su gran misericordia hemos podido conocer en Occidente la conciencia de Krishna.
Because thanks to him and to his mercy, we have been able to know about the Krishna's consciousness in the West.
Y así él distribuyó las diferentes olas del Vaishnavismo en Occidente.
And in this way, he also distributed the different waves of Vaishnavism in the West.
Inició con el santo nombre, la distribución de literatura védica, el prasada.
He started with the holy name, the book distribution, and prasadam distribution.
Harinam Sankirtan, templos, deidades.
Harinam Sankirtan, establishing temples, deity worshipping.
Y así inspiró a muchos.
And in this way, he inspired many.
Dentro de esos llegó la inspiración a Srila Paramadvaiti Goswami Maharaj.
In this way, also the inspiration came to Paramadvaiti Goswami Maharaj,
quien durante 50 años lleva distribuyendo estas olas de Srila Prabhupada al mundo.
who during these last 50 years is continue distributing this wave of Srila Prabhupada.
Esta inspiración de Srila Prabhupada
This Prabhupada's inspiration
invitó a que se crearan nuevos proyectos camuflados para distribuir el Vaishnavismo al mundo.
inspired the devotees to create new projects to expand the glories of the holy name.
Y así se creó Brinda Parivar como una de las misiones en Occidente.
And coming from those inspiration and waves, the Brinda Parivar was also created, established in the West.
Quien a través de la inspiración de Srila Paramadvaiti Maharaj, durante 40 años se han creado nuevos proyectos.
That during 40 years, Srila Paramadvaiti Maharaj have created new projects.
Y hoy quiero reportar a todos ustedes algunos de ellos.
And today I want to tell all of you some of them.
Existe la UTSA Universidad de Sabiduría Ancestral.
Now exists the UTSA, that is the University of Wisdom, Ancient Wisdom.
Yoga Inbound,
Yoga
Casa de
Inbound,
la Sabiduría,
House of Knowledge,
Oida Terapia,
Oida Therapy,
Eco Yoga Aldeas, Fincas Orgánicas,
Eco Yoga Villages, and Organic Farms.
Escuela Sol, Universalidad Sol,
Schools Soul, and University Soul,
entre cientos de proyectos más.
and many other projects more.
Que son prédica del vaisnavismo camuflado.
There are ways of preaching to the people who don't know about Krishna.
En Universalidad Sol estamos invadiendo el mundo con la prédica del vaisnavismo.
With the Universalidad Soul, we are conquering the world by the preaching of the Krishna's consciousness.
A través de las redes.
In the social media network.
Entregando Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam.
Giving Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam.
Y también
and also
se están creando muchos maestros dentro de Brinda Parivar para que se distribuya
then also new spiritual masters are starting to come out to continue distributing the message of Srila Prabhupada.
Todo esto hace parte de la misericordia de Srila Prabhupada.
All of this is part of the mercy of Srila Prabhupada.
Es la revolución del ejército de Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu invadiendo el mundo.
It is the revolution of the army of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu that is conquering the world.
Para que se cumpla la predicción de que en cada aldea y ciudad se canten sus santos nombres.
So the prediction of Lord Chaitanya that in every village, city, the holy name will be chanted can be done.
Seguimos los pasos de todos ustedes, los acharyas.
We are following the footsteps of all of you, the acharyas.
Y queremos presentar nuestra admiración, afecto y respeto por todo el servicio que realizan.
And we want to show and recognize all the service and sacrifice you are doing.
Estamos invitando a todo el mundo a participar, apoyar y expandir el vaisnavismo en el mundo.
We are trying to support, expand, and help all the Vaishnavism that is expanding in the world.
Pedimos sus bendiciones para complacer a Sisi Guru, Gauranga y Vaisnavas.
We ask your blessings to being able to please Shri Guru and Gauranga.
Como dice Krishna, solo adorando a mis queridos devotos,
as Krishna said, just worshiping my dear devotees,
puedes conquistar mi corazón.
You can conquer my heart.
Yo estoy en el corazón de mis devotos.
I am in the heart of my devotees.
Y los devotos están en mi corazón.
And the devotees are in my heart.
Dandavas Pranam a su servicio.
Thank you very much to serve you. I'm here for serving you.
Muchas gracias, Haribol.
Haribol, Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very much, Chaitanya Lila Prabhu. Chaitanya Lila Prabhu is in charge in Costa Rica to manage the Universalidad Sol, that is like a virtual temple that is going on, and every day they are waking up to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, to have Srimad Bhagavatam classes, Srimad Bhagavad Gita classes during the whole day. Every day they are having some courses, class of different topics for devotees and for non-devotees that are learning from the Vaishnava culture and engaging themselves also on the Krishna's consciousness, the side of Srila Prabhupada. So thank you very much, Chaitanya Lila Prabhu. And now I will ask to Krishna Bhakti Prabhu from France. He's always giving us very nice and positive news, and with his nice smile. So Krishna Bhakti Prabhu, please.
You can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and see you.
I can see my Paramadveti. Where is he? He's there?
Yes.
Haribol Maharaj. Okay, what says this Vaishnava from Costa Rica is most interesting. Actually, we have understood that within these 50 years now, beginning by Prabhupada himself, that like says this devotee from Costa Rica, he is absolutely the Caitanya Lila. Prabhu, what you say is absolutely right, that Prabhupada came to the world to give Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu to the world. And many think that Prabhupada came to give Krishna for everyone, to Krishnaize the world. But it is not true. Prabhupada wanted that every person in the world, whatever the religion is, develop his consciousness, his love of God. This is what Prabhupada wanted for the world. But naturally, for us, Gaudiya Vaishnava, we present Sri Krishna through Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. We should never forget that our God for this millennium is not Sri Krishna, but it's Caitanya Mahaprabhu. He is the one. He is the one who can harmonize all situations of the world. We have seen that this devotee speaking before you, Chaitanya Lila, this devotee from Armenian country, that we have our friend Harivilas Prabhu from Armenian country. There is so many countries now where the World Vaishnava Association is coming in touch, you see. But you see, I agree with our Chaitanya Lila that the figure of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu is the one. He is the one. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu philosophy is not looking who is fit or who is not fit to receive the message of Bhagavad Gita, etc. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came for everyone, that we should understand this thing. It is the basic foundation of the World Vaishnava Association tolerance and the basic foundation of all the acharya we have in the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Therefore, I will finish by saying that in Paris, for instance, we have a temple, ISKCON temple, and many Indians are coming and to worship Radha Krishna, and they like also Hanuman or Sitaram, etc. This is all nice. This is all nice. We respect everything. But Prabhupada came to the whole world through Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Krishna is the enjoyer, but Caitanya Mahaprabhu give prema dana. Prema dana. He come to give love to everybody. Everybody, which some who are fit and some who are unfit. Everyone is welcome to pure bhakti love. I thank you very much. I will stop here, and I am always very in my heart. I am very in touch by all wonderful soul I see, like our devotee from Armenian country, and also this Caitanya Lila from Costa Rica. And I love all of you, all of you. We are all brother and sister at the feet of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna from France. Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Krishna Bhakti Prabhu. Such wonderful, inspiring words that we get this happiness of preaching.
What I say, this is the things we are thinking, and we are following this within these 50 years now, 50, and we will stick to that direction, like says our beloved Sridhar Maharaj. We are going in that way of tolerance and intelligence of the World Vaishnava Association. Thank you very much.
Jai. Thank you very much. Jai Guru Varga, Guru Parampara. Anyone else would like to say some words? Any devotee or Mataji that would like to share some words, last words for the meeting today?
Advaiti Maharaj, you forget me or what? I am here.
You are unforgettable.
Where are you? Where are you?
In Mayapur.
I can't see you. Yeah, I can see you now.
Okay, thank you very much to all the Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis present in the meeting today. We had a wonderful Harikatha and explanation of what are the difference in our Gaudya Math sadhana, and also about how to get more encouraged on spreading the holy name, and how we should also try to invite more people to be part of this family, this union in diversity from the different mats, different devotees. We all know that by being together we are stronger, and we can learn and get inspired as we have get inspired today, hearing about the different projects, different ideas that are going on all around the world. And even if it looks like, oh, this mat is doing this other mat is doing the other thing, actually we are all going under one flag. Is the flag of love, is the flag of the holy name, is the flag of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we are all together with the same idea to make the world happy. As Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada used to say, our goal is to make the world happy. And how we are doing it? By spreading Krishna's consciousness. So thank you very much to all the acharyas present, to our Gopananda Bon Maharaj, to Panchatattva Prabhu, and all the other secretaries of the World Vaishnava Association, to all the devotees acharyas, brahmacharis, sannyasis, grihastras, pranaprastras that came today. So we will organize the being able to see the meeting on Jaipur in live time by this way, or by Zoom or by Facebook. And also we are going to organize the meeting of the next month. Thank you very much. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna. Radhe Shyam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat.
Haribol, Haribol.
Radhe Radhe, Govinda Govinda.
Govinda Govinda. Jai Chaitanya Lila Acharya Prabhu ki jai.